Wagwan family, it's Essential Therapy Wellness Center coming at you with a quick video. It's taken me to a while to like really post more videos here lately. Because I've been wanting to make sure that the setting is right. I've been wanting to make sure that, all things are kind of perfect for this production. But in this moment, I have decided just to post exactly where I'm at and within my thoughts. So I'm sharing them with you guys. So let me start by saying please be on the lookout um for the book The Roots Within. I am steadily closing out, needing to close out that's one unfinished product that I definitely need to get out very soon. And so I'll do more videos about that as we come to a completion stage and actually getting it out to the general public. But right now, as I sit in my thoughts, I just want to share a little bit of something with you guys that really has settled in my spirit, and that's to be obedient. Be obedient to what your spirit is telling you to do. And at times it's hard to follow that obedience or even recognize that we need to make a certain decision because we're wondering if we're second guessing ourselves. First of all, we're trying to see, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what I'm actually feeling? And sometimes, especially when it comes to doing something uncomfortable, we seem to question it a lot more. And I'm here to tell you that on the other side of you making a move towards being obedient to whatever the Most High, your spirit, your guides, your angels and ancestors are telling you to do, on the other side of that, there's a whole nother door that's going to be open should you make the decision to be obedient. Now, in your obedience, I'm going to tell you, people won't understand it. People won't comprehend it. They'll make stories up about why you are needing to make a certain decision. And I'm here to tell you that we cannot be concerned. This is an encouragement because even myself, I'm human as well. I I am just sharing what your obedience can bring you if you happen to have to make that decision, whatever it may be for you. It's going to be different for everybody. Whatever that obedience is, it can be as something small as don't eat that, or it can be something as big as, hey, you need to take some space and time from this person. Whatever it might be, wherever you find yourself, I'm just here to tell you that on the other side of you making a decision, especially if it feels uncomfortable, more than likely it's something you truly need to do. And on the other side of that will be the blessing or the favorable outcome, either for you or someone close to you. And so I just wanted to get up here and just say that in the midst of my thoughts. Um, what else can I say about this? Um, there's a lot to be said. I'm just trying to like organize my thoughts as I feel it. Um, let me touch a little bit about this election. I'm not a very political person, but I will tell you that I have experienced that there is every 4 years there's a lot of division when it comes to these elections. I'm not saying that the matters or the solutions or the outcomes of these elections are not important, but I will say this. I want to encourage us to remember this: there's nothing new under the sun. And that's not to sound dismissive. That's not to say that you don't care about what's going on, how it affects you, how it affects your neighbor, how it affects your family, how it affects, your livelihood. That's not to say it does not, you don't care about those things. But I just want us to just remember there's nothing new under the sun, and that we have to hold we have to hold certain things close to us. Our peace be one of them. We have to hold our peace very, very close to us because there is already so much, even minus the election, there's already so much competing for our attention, whether it be the latest celebrity that's getting busted. And the only reason why we know about it is why? Because they're celebrity. They're in the public eye. So of course their business is going to be on public display versus those that are going through some real things, is not broadcasted, but we're still going through those things. So let us, practice grace. Yes, we're going to have an opinion. We're going to have a level of judgment towards those things that we see, but let us practice peace above everything. Let us practice peace and let us practice love. That's not to be dismissive of anything that's going on. That's not to wish ill will on a certain group of people. But we got to remember that these things that we see, they have been repeated and they've been repeated and they've been repeated and they've been repeated. And so we have to find it in ourselves to understand or understand that while we are in this world, we're not of the world. We say that a lot, even those that come that wants to put out there, that we're the awakened ones or that we're woke or whatever the case may be. But we just have to remember to maintain that peace. It doesn't mean that you're being dismissive, but you have to do whatever it is that's going to take you to maintain that peace. I saw so many things and people act out of complete character and to a level of, oh my God, it was unimaginable. And it makes you want to go into a cocoon, but we can't live in a cocoon. We can't live as a hermit every single day of our lives. We have to get out there and just continue. And I understand it's hard. Don't get me wrong. I understand that it's hard because we experience these microaggressions on a level. We experience things that kind of taint our way of looking at, another group or another party. But at the end of the day, let's circle back to love and peace. That's my message on that. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to give too much emphasis, because I truly believe that something's going to happen. Something is going to shift, and maybe call it the optimism in me, call it whatever, call it, I'm living with my head in the clouds, call it whatever you will. But being spiritually inclined to know and understand how karma works, and understand that if we understand that things that we've done will circle back to us, how much more for those that are in the public eye? You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get away with some bull for a certain level of time, and it might come as an expense, and that's unfortunate. However, you can only do it for so long. You can only get away with stuff, but for so long. So I do believe that something's going to shift. Something is going to shift, but we have to maintain that frequency. We have to maintain that alignment to know that we know that we know that we know, while we can manifest a new car, while we can manifest a loved one getting off drugs, while we can manifest getting a new house, while we can manifest financial abundance. We have to also know that we can manifest the things that don't seem right now will surely come to pass, and everyone get what's due to them. Okay. Ashe on that. Because I feel like sometimes we apply our faith to one thing, but not to everything. And I know that we're human. I know that we feel things. I know that we go through hardships, but our trials need to continue. We need to believe that our trials will continue to manifest themselves at some point, and at the appointed time, they will manifest themselves as our triumph. They will manifest the trials that we go through, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, the trials and the challenges that we go through, we have to realize and see that they will end up turning out to be our triumph. I say la, I will. Um, yeah, there's a healing that needs to take place on so many different levels, constant healing, you know, feel like there's this ball of fire, and fire not being fire as in it's a consuming fire, but the fire that is within the pit of our spirit, our bellies, that we just need to continue to tap into, and choose to focus on things that will bring us joy and life and peace and love and harmony, alignment, um, good health. We need to choose, because I'm telling you, I understand. I'm human too. We fall prey to those low vibrating spirits. However, At the end of the day, our relationship with the divine, the Most High, will put us back into balance so that we can choose to believe that everything is going to work together for the highest good. Everything. Now we are one nucleus. We are one being in this whole galaxy, in this whole atmosphere, in this whole vortex. We are one being. But if everybody focused on maintaining a choice of being in harmony and try to perpetuate that as much as possible and not get swayed by what's on the news or what's in social media. Yes, those things are there to make us aware, but everyone's on different levels with this. And I'm not meaning to sound like someone is higher or lower. It's not about that. It's just about tuning into your own personal dial, your own personal dial, and realizing what part you play in the grand scheme of things. And so I just wanted us to be reminded of that. Um, I keep saying there's more videos to come, and there is. I just need to get on I need to get on it. That's all it is. I'm saying it to myself out loud and with you guys. I need to get back on it because there's so many things that I feel led to talk about, but I be trying to create an atmosphere so that I can sit and make sure the background is right or whatever. But today it was off the dome. I didn't even plan to do a video today, but I was like, I'm going to do one because these are just thoughts that I want to share because I know that I'm not the only one. And this is may not be a message to reach certain ones of you, but there are messages that are meant to reach certain ones of us. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna be obedient. Because on the other side of my obedience, there's whole other doors to be open. And getting back to that point, being obedient, and we don't even understand, like, we think being obedient is being held hostage in some way or going against something that we're supposed to do and we just don't want to do. That's pretty much what it is. It's something we're supposed to do, but we don't want to do for whatever reason. We don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. We don't want to feel uncomfortable. We don't have to over explain, whatever the case is. But I'm just here to encourage us all. And even myself, I'm encouraging myself, continue to be obedient because on the other side of that, there's so much more to be gained. And sometimes certain situations come as catalysts because we've ignored all of these little nuggets that spirit, the most high, the divine has dropped along the way. Hey, you need to make this decision so I can show you this over here. But we'll just keep going and going and going and going. And then we get engulfed in whatever's going on that takes us away from our spirit, nudging us and nudging us and nudging us. And then it's just going to be like, okay, until you get to a point where it hurts, until you get to a real point of where you have to inconvenience others and their expectations so that you are able to sit still and know what it is that you're meant to get in this space and time. So when that verse says obedience is better than sacrifice, if we're not obedient, we're definitely going to sacrifice something. And with some of us, it's going to be the sacrifice of everything we've been praying for. If we just did this one thing, if everything we've been trying to manifest, if we just did this one thing to open all those other doors, we look at it as a punishment. It's not a punishment, kings and queens. It's not a punishment. I'm saying that to myself too. It's not a punishment. It's a key. Obedience is a key to unlocking all the other things. And we don't be knowing what that one key is sometimes. It could be something so far off of our mind. But if we just make that action to decide, like, even if this is uncomfortable for this space and time, I'm going to do this. And people think that, oh, everything is all yes, if you are spiritually led, it ain't always going to feel good. Like, yes, we're making a choice to be in peace and harmony, but it's not always going to feel good. And I understand that too. I understand that. So without further ado, I just wanted to come and post this one quick video, impromptu, while I was in the spirit of thinking about it and asking the divine to word my mouth so that it comes across with clarity and in boldness. And I pray that it touches somebody. Pray that everybody's doing good. Yes, I will still and always say, look out for more videos because they are coming. I just have to continue to still myself so that when I do come, I have something impactful to say and not just making videos for video's sake. So I love you all so much and I'll see you soon. Peace.